All right, semifinal B. Men's action here. Sunday in Huntington Beach, California. This is Surf City, USA. This is the King of the Court Crown Series. Final stop. My name is Rich Lamborn, joined now by Brandy Wilkerson.
That's right.
Out of the Great White North.
Yes, it's a beautiful day. It's definitely a perfect day for a good game.
Perfect day for a good game, yes. Well said, Brandy. Well said. Yes. The Americans in this round, Casebeer, Priddy, are going to start on the king side.
Yes.
Starting us off serving will be the Americans, Gibb and Crabb.
Always exciting to watch.
Following that will be the Americans, Patterson and Slick. We have Guto, Saymon, and we have the Beach Volley Vikings. Newly wearing hats while they play.
That's right. I think
Anders Mol,
you
Christian
were
Sorum.
mentioning it might have been a distraction for them yesterday.
It looked like it took them a little while to get used to having things on their head. Nice little touch from the block.
Yep.
And
nice cover. Almost went for the tricky play, but
nice effort from Gibb, Crabb, but ultimately a point for Priddy and Casebeer. Big bomb in the angle that time, right side, Jeremy Casebeer.
I think they're feeling strong. They're coming in aggressive, which is always nice to watch right from the start.
The Lorax right out of the broadcast booth and onto the sand. Who's up here with us a little bit earlier, sharing his wisdom and insights. Well, that one's not going to go over as Anders tries to do some rearrangement of the equipment out there. Nice little early run from Priddy and Casebeer.
Yeah, you can see they're definitely in rhythm, but we'll see what this serve has to say.
Yeah, this is their first experience with the King of the Court, but they did win their pool yesterday. Jeremy talked to us a little bit about how it took them a while to get their footing, so to speak.
It definitely takes playing it to understand the strategy behind getting these strings of points, but I think there's also an advantage of being the new team and people not knowing really what you're going to bring.
Yeah, certainly with 3 Americans in this group, at least the American teams know these guys.
Definitely.
But the Volley Vikings probably haven't seen them, certainly not much anyways, and neither have Guto and Saymon. A little bit more relaxed atmosphere as that ball goes wide and gives Gibb and Crabb the first opportunity on the king side as Jeremy and Reed hang an 8 on the board to start. The Americans will test Gibb to start out, and he goes up and over long. A short stay on the king side. Got their Sunday pink on. The traditional United States pink.
Classic.
The Americans, Patterson and Slick, now on the board with 1. Nice block there. Anders Mol. Patterson Slick have the Tiger Woods Sunday red on. They're hoping it leads them to victory, just as Tiger's hoping it leads him to victory for the first time in quite a while. At the Tour Championship, Brandy, I know you're following that closely.
Definitely. I know exactly what you're talking about.
You've heard of Tiger Woods, right?
Yeah, I think we're related.
You think you're related? Anyone with a nice mochaccino skin is probably related.
That's how it works. All right. Seems like Anders and Christian are getting on a roll as expected, I guess.
Yeah, they looked a little bit tired yesterday, but came up with a 12-point run when they needed it most. A nice block there from Stafford Slick.
Definitely.
But putting a couple points on the board early always feels nice, right? Talk to us a little bit about your strategy when you're out there playing this game. Do you like to try and race out to a certain number? Do you pace yourself?
Definitely having some points on the board early allows you to be more aggressive with your serving later on in the game, or vice versa. You can focus on your defense if you're a steal team and get yourself over to the king side and try and stay, obviously, as long as you can. So it depends on your team and your style.
Well, you and your partner had all the defensive categories locked down on the FIVB awards-wise, right? You were the best blocker of the year this year. Congratulations to you and your partner, the best defensive player.
Yeah.
Nice dig there from Christian.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
So, yeah, so block and defense, as far as getting opportunities to get over to the queen side, for you were easy to come by? Because you guys are just so dialed blocking defensively?
Yeah, I think that would have been our best game plan, is just to dial defensively. And unfortunately, we did miss a lot of serves, which I think watching a lot more of the men's side, they are choosing to kind of take it a little easier and play it out, which is more fun to watch, definitely. Nobody likes watching the serves.
True. Nice defensive play there from Guto, but
Definitely.
ultimately the Volley Vikings with the point.
He's been getting an amazing amount of touches and plays and making plays all weekend.
Yeah, he's an exciting guy to watch because he flies around, big bomb cross body there, Christian, with the customary wry smile that he has after every
loose.
play. Gibb and Crabb still looking to get on the board here. A soft shot over the top that time, Anders Mole.
Yeah, it's nice to see how calm and relaxed they are, especially with such a fast-paced game. Every point is a new point. You have to take it as it is, and that's how you get your string.
Yeah, the Norwegians in a pretty good rhythm here early. Round one, about 6 minutes into this round, so plenty of time left, but some good scores already up on the board for Mole and Sorum and Casebeer Priddy, who both sit at 10.
Always tough to break a team on a roll, especially when you got one shot to do it. Jake,
Off the hat.
self-cover again, off the hat.
Nice play by the Americans.
Definitely. I think this American team is probably one of the best teams for scramble plays and making anything work.
Yeah, they do scramble well. A lot of that based on just kind of the experience of Jake Gibb and the incredible speed of Taylor Crabb in the backcourt.
Definitely. It complements each other very well.
Gotta come. Nice swing cross court there, Jake Gibb, and they get the 2, which actually puts them in 3rd place. Just under 13 minutes. That's Jake let that one go and then immediately started praying that there was going to be an enormous gust of wind. Nice little cut shot there. Casey Patterson, some of the best vision on the World Tour.
Definitely. Brazil looking to get to the other side.
And Guto all over that. Superboy with the put away. I just learned that that was his nickname yesterday.
Superboy.
Yeah. Alex Brower told me that.
I like it.
The boy part of it is maybe a little bit dismissive, but I mean, he is certainly very super on defense. You can see a little bit of frustration creeping into the side of the Brazilians. Right? It's always, when you're on 0 for now 8 minutes.
Yes, but I wouldn't underestimate them. They definitely have slow starts from what I've watched this weekend. So it's just the best thing about this game. You never know what's going to happen, definitely in the last couple minutes.
Right, and we saw that out of Herrera Gavira in round 1 of semifinal A. They were on 0 for a long time and ended up winning that round with a great, great run. What a play there from Reed Priddy.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Is that a bicep cover?
That was like a back knuckle into the block and a turnaround scoop. What a great, great play there from the 4-time Olympian.
Oh.
Saymon says,
I've had
I'm
enough.
not that impressed.
All right, they're looking to get on the board. Pressure's on.
Nice dig there. Oh, Guto Showing not only defensive prowess, but that he can be a blocker as well. Great dig from Crabb, but really nice attention there from Guto, and
great scoop by Christian.
That one just wide, however, and that'll be point number 2 for the Brazilians.
There we go.
Pseudo chicken wing from Casey Patterson, but it goes wide.
Just like that, they're third.
Kind of a story of the haves and have-nots right now, right? Casebeer and Priddy at 13, Mullen, Sorum 11. And then we have 4, 2, and 2, the 2 American teams, Patterson, Slick, Gibb, and Crabb at 2. And Gibb and Crabb will get a shot on the king side as the Brazilians stall at 4. Tough chance there.
Tough go.
Anders may look like he's 11 years old, but he is strong at the net. What do we think? We prefer bearded Anders or clean-shaven Anders?
Oh.
Or C, I'll take Anders any way I can get him.
I'll take Anders anyway with that kind of a line shot. That
all right.
Or hit, definitely.
Very diplomatic of you. It is astounding how much younger he looks with the clean-shaven face.
It is
though.
quite amazing, yes.
Guto Saymon again to the king side as that knuckle pokey attempt goes long off of Christian Sorum. Get down, that's gonna be just long. A nice run down and scoop from Taylor Crabb though. Big bomb cross court from Saymon. He's an exciting guy to watch because he's gonna whoop it up. He's gonna pump his fists.
Always full of emotion, this guy. Loves playing with the crowd.
Serve just wide. One of the interesting things about this game and the court setup here in Huntington Beach, that was 17 contacts.
Like, are you allowed to block it with the front and the back of your hand?
Yeah, as long as it's all one motion, it's all fair play.
You know what? If Anders can do it, anyone can, right?
I think there's a lot of things that only Anders can do. Not to be argumentative.
Definitely being sarcastic. Anders is an amazing athlete, definitely.
So I was going to say, the interesting thing has been that the way this court is set up here in Huntington Beach, the serving side has been the bad side both days, right? Meaning the wind is at the back of the server, so
totally.
It's been difficult to get a ton of service pressure on the king side.
Yeah, and it's really not worth taking the risk sometimes if you, like we said, are more of a defensive team, and these athletes are so great. So many scramble plays, people making, just like this one right here with the scoop and hammer.
Scoop and deliver. That one just wide. Gibb and Crabb again to the king side. They test Crabb. Casey all over that line shot. After a dominating performance yesterday from Gibb and Crabb, they're just a little bit out of sorts thus far in round one. But it is, what a set there. Go ahead, big, oh my goodness.
Oh. It's tough when you want it so bad, you know it's there, and then too much. You're asking for too much with those cut shots sometimes. Right shot, though.
Nice shot down the line. Stafford slick. Fear the goggles, Brandy, fear the goggles.
Is that the hashtag trending now?
I think it's self-perpetuated. I'm not sure who came up with that. You got the Suave Hawk and the goggles. A lot going on that squad. Good dig there, watch it. Go ahead, T-Crabs. And that one's not going I would have liked to see Saymon see if he could hit the pier with that one, knowing it was his 4th contact.
He would have just gone for it. I'm surprised.
Nice little shot up the middle. Jake Gibb's done that about 19,875,000 times in his career, successfully. Big bomb. The good friends, T. Crabbs and the Volley Vikings, have a little moment there. Says, not this time. Christian, I don't care if you're the defensive player of the year on the FIVB Tour. You will not tomahawk dick my heat. Up high, big fella. Jake Gibb gets his team to 5. DJ Rouchet killing it all day long, looking like a motorcycle gang member with his scarf on up there. That ball just long.
To start rocking the motorcycle, man.
Yeah, he's not only a great DJ, one of the Sons of Anarchy, apparently. DJ Rouchet. Nice look at him there. That shot just wide from T. Crabbs.
Not a bad string of points, though, for them.
Yeah, they got to 6, which takes them in front of Patterson Slick and gives them a good run of points, which is important.
Amazing blocking. Unfortunately, just out.
Oh, the great self-coverage there. A little, what do you call the little hands against the chest scoopy?
We like to call that the pizza dig.
You call it the pizza dig? In your case, you call it the tater dig. I got you.
You know, me being such a backcourt defensive specialist.
Right, right.
Definitely the right person to ask.
Yeah, but we're all, you know, we're all offensive players at one point or another, so we have to cover ourselves.
Yep.
Just under 4 minutes to go here. We look at the scoreboard. The Volley Vikings have taken the lead. Gibb and Crabb on the hitting error from Guto get another shot on the King's side. And any points are welcome here as they're kind of in the middle, but still at risk in round 1. That's a touch off the top of the block. Oh, excuse me.
Calling it a no touch? A little confusion here.
And sometimes it's strange because they signal it's a point to the contender side, but that team is then moving to the King's side.
Definitely.
So you're unclear sometimes. Gibb Crabb, however, stopped on the block from Anders Mole there. They do get to 7, which levels them with the Brazilians, Guto, Saymon, and now Patterson Slick in a little bit of trouble with just under 3 minutes remaining. They're on 4, and the Beach Volley Vikings from Norway, 18, clearly out front. And that big, I mean, how he's able to do that, to contort his body and still put that much pace on that ball is...
It's impressive.
Yeah, it's mind-boggling. And quite frankly, it hurts my shoulder.
He makes that look easy.
And a little tempo. Oh, sorry about that. I'm just going to hang and wait for you to move. And then I'm still going to be hanging. And then I'm still going to be hanging. And then I'm going to shoot line.
Yes, and you have to appreciate how much of a veteran style of play these boys have, even being so young and athletic. They use their vision, they change their shots, and really disguise their tempo and their timing very well.
Yeah, it's fascinating how composed they are. I'm glad you mentioned that. 21 and 23 years old. And they play like they've been playing their whole lives, which may be the case, but those aren't very long lives at this point. A much needed chance for Patterson Slick on the King's side right now. And the Americans or the Brazilians get a stop on them. There's
very
one.
Nice line shot there, looking to...
Casebeer pretty safe, of course. They'll be looking to apply some service pressure. Guto, Saymon need to stop the Americans as well as they sit on 7 with Gibb and Crabb. Nice dig there.
Great dig there. Cover, of course.
And that's going to fall in. Unbelievable play.
Oh.
Guto, he whoops up the crowd a little bit. Gibb and Crabb will also delight at that play, and that is exactly why he's named Superboy right there, flying horizontally and scooping that ball to the back line is Guto. That has basically sealed the fate of Patterson Slick, I believe, as they will not have enough time to get to the king side and score 3. More than likely, especially if Gibb does that.
Oh, yeah.
Attaboy, Spiker Gibb. Sunday pink. 1 point feels good here. Will they get it?
Oh,
No, they will not.
unfortunately.
But some time does come off the clock, which makes it extra difficult for Patterson and Slick. Side out here pretty much seals their fate. And that's out. How about that? I don't think they've got time for 3. But every missed serve under 30 seconds does count as a point. Unfortunately, that'll do it there. So we'll say goodbye to Patterson Slick, who just come up short, finishing at 6 points. Gibb and Crabb sneak into the second round with 7. Some amazing play, especially late by Saymon and Guto, puts them at 8 points and on to the second round. Vóley and Sorum dominated with 23 points, and Casebeer and Priddy, started off strongly, finished on 13 points, and solidly into round 2. And my name is Rich Lamborn. I'm with you all day. Got Brandy Wilkerson here.
Thank you guys
Blocker
so much for
of
having
the year.
me.
Blocker of the year on the FIVB Tour. Happy to have you.
Thank you, thank you. Always a pleasure.
Let's see who we've got down on the sand for sideline interviews. We've got T-Ry again. Tri-born, he's back. He's back on the beach. He's back on the sideline. He's back doing post-round interviews. And we'll see if we can get some words from Stafford Slick. Try not to fear the goggles while you're down there, T-Ry. See if we can get Casey to join us. Although he may be in the ocean already. T-Ry, is it just going to be Stafford? In the meantime, we'll look at some jugglers. Okay, T-Ry, let's get Stafford's thoughts on that first round action.
All right, thanks, guys. Staff, close comeback there. You guys almost had it. How did that feel from you guys down on the court?
Yeah, I mean, you can't come out slow. Obviously, we had some high-scoring teams in this round, and we were hoping we could get over there at that last 30 seconds for the new rule change and get some guys to miss some serves, but time just kind of was against us there. And yeah, we had some opportunities on the king side. We just needed to side out a little better. So yeah.
And looking back on the short season of King of the Court, you guys are veterans now. You played the entire year. What do you think of it?
I mean, I think it's rad. I think it's a great experience for the fans. We had an awesome time at the 2 stops in Europe and then Hawaii and here. We're excited for it next year too, so we hope it comes back.
Right on, Stafford. Take it easy.
So nice look at some highlights there from round 1, and there were plenty of them. Some more late inning drama, which is always fun to see for the fans and for us up here in the broadcast booth. But ultimately, we have to say goodbye to the exciting team of Patterson Slick. Remaining are 2 American teams, Casebeer Priddy, who had a nice showing there in round 1. Gibb and Crabb dominated yesterday, but just kind of snuck into round 2, but that's all right. We saw it in the women's round this morning. Alex and April barely sneaking in, but then putting forth dominating performances in round 2 and round 3, winning their way into the final. So maybe Gibb and Crabb can repeat that performance. And joining them as well will be the Beach Volley Vikings from Norway, Molen Sorum, and Saymon Guto, the Brazilians, who had some amazingly impressive plays defensively. Just a couple minutes away from second round action here, semifinal B. This is the King of the Court Crown Series in Huntington Beach, California. We're in Surf City, USA. The weather couldn't be more beautiful on a Sunday afternoon, could it, Brandy?
No, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous day today. Always awesome being in Huntington Beach. So much energy coming off the pier, and so amazing to see so many people here supporting this event.
Now tell us a little bit about your background nationality-wise. You just claim whatever's most convenient at the time. You have Swiss background, you have Canadian background, you have American background.
That is correct. You get to bend some rules when you're born in Switzerland, have American parents, and raised in Canada. So all of them I feel very close to. I feel very patriotic to all of them, even if some people may think that's not possible. But I'm happy to play for Canada. That's my home. And unfortunately not seeing any of the Canadian men out here, so I'll have to cheer for what's next. The Americans?
There are no Swiss in this particular round either,
Not
so
this
that would
round,
leave you.
but I know they did well.
Brandy, a veritable human embodiment of the United Nations, all in one persona.
Someone's got to do it.
Nice play there defensively from the Brazilians, and the put away gives them an opportunity on the king side. That swing in down the line from Guto. They're the first to put a point on the board here. Round number 2, semifinal B, men's action. King of the Court Crown Series in Huntington Beach.
Yes, and I've heard a lot of the athletes talking, still debating whether it's a huge advantage to start on the king side, because you can see it's tough to get some points. So really, whoever gets the first string of points, whoever gets on a roll is what matters most, not necessarily if you get to start there, because I believe Brazil was maybe the third to start serving, and first to 4 points now.
I would love to have a debate with whoever thinks it's not an advantage to have extra chances on the king side.
Right, but I haven't seen people take advantage of it as much as I thought would happen.
Yeah, it's certainly no guarantee of scoring points, but you do want to give yourself
That
those
chance.
opportunities, right? The more opportunities you have, conceivably, the more you're going to be able to capitalize on those opportunities.
Of course. Great cut shot.
Yeah, Priddy and Casebeer now on the board. Their first point. Nice swing from Reed Priddy. A couple decades of indoor experience have him
He knows
well
what to
suited
do
to
when
handle.
you've got a tight set and a big block, that's for sure. Still finding a way.
The Volley Vikings take their place on the king side. Crabb's at the rundown, and the left-handed shot from Gibb.
Great. Solid attempt.
Not only are the players on their game on Sunday, but DJ Rouchet is just ramping it up just a notch for the latter rounds of semifinal B, just getting us ready to get to the finals. Just I mean, look at the composure on the side of the Volley Vikings. Unbelievable. Reed goes right, tries to go America's Got Talent style and send it to the crowd for a vote. Crabb has got that one. Yeah, tough chance there. Don't hurt yourself, big fella. Okay. Yeah, it's tough. One of the things that the Volley Vikings do so well is if you don't capitalize on the first opportunity you get against them, they make you pay for it, as we see right there. The tight set, they managed to recover and give themselves another opportunity, and that one they put away.
And like you mentioned, it has so much to do with their composure.
Yeah. Reed Priddy trying to come up with a geometric miracle right there. Didn't have enough time to pull out his protractor. Another chance here.
Protractor.
Look at that shot from Taylor
What
Crabb.
a shot.
Not a lot of people have the diving backwards soft roll line in their repertoire.
Is that something you guys are practicing on a daily basis?
I would have no idea how to coach that, as I can't do a perfect set line shot, not to mention a diving backwards roll over the top line. The kid just does some magical things out there on the court.
Yes, definitely. It's probably why he's such a fan favorite.
I think a big part of it is that people can identify, you know, if you're Phil Dahlhauser and you're 6'9" and wildly athletic, there's not a lot of people who can say the same thing, right? He's just unusually big and wildly talented, but T. Crabbs is about 6 feet, about $160 soaking wet. A lot more people can relate to that, so to see someone that size do the things that he's capable of doing, a little bit more relatable, a little bit more fun for people to get behind, I think, sometimes.
Yes, as much as the Phil Dahlhausers of this tour are amazing to watch, it's always nice. Especially if you get to know some of these players. I know having a national tour and having more events like this that are more intimate will really get people to connect and continue to follow the athletes.
Look at that play.
Oh, I've seen that move before. He loves that backwards.
And don't get impatient, big fella. Little knuckle pokey display. And Superboy's on that one. Can he deliver? Oh, Christian with the block. He'll stay up at the net. The swing block, and it goes down for Guto. Well
What
done.
a play. Well done by him. The effort is incredible.
And Saymon lays out in the court. That one goes just long, and Gibb and Crabb will go to the king side again.
I sense a little bit of fatigue on the Brazil side after that play.
Lowest score at the end of the countdown clock is eliminated.
Nice high swing there from Gibb. Yeah, you got to try and beat big Anders up high if you're going to swing. He's got that net sealed pretty good. Big bomb. Yeah, I think so. Fans think, you know, if a guy Taylor's size can do it, maybe I can do it. Of course, you'd be dead wrong in thinking that because he's kind of a singular athlete. Nice cover there, Jake Gibb. Oh my goodness, just a little bit of the net. You know Jake got it if he immediately agrees that he got it. Usually he'll argue just for...
Yeah, you know if the athletes are also agreeing, it had to be pretty bad.
Nice swing there, cross court from Jeremy Casebeer. Gives them their 3rd point. Much needed as we approach the halfway point here in round 2.
Still a lot of game. You never know with this team when the role they had last session. Coming in close to the other American team, Taylor and Jake.
Nice touch there from Jake, but just out of reach. Casebeer and Priddy now level with the Volley Vikings and Saymon and Guto, leaving Gibb and Crabb the only team on 5.
The finish from Casebeer. Priddy with the finish, and Saymon telling the referee how nice that was.
That one just long. No touch there from Anders. I like that. I like that effort to sell it by Reed. Nice little slap down the line, Christian Sorum. That's Kind of one of his trademark swings right there.
Definitely selling it cross, going back line.
All right, the ace serve from T. Crabbs, and he'll give a get off my court to his good buddy
Maybe
Christian
a little
Sorum.
too much composure on that one.
Too much composure. That's an
Yeah.
interesting concept.
I mean, that's I feel like the nicest, most Canadian way of saying maybe a little
Nice
lazy.
high swing there from Reed Priddy after the great dig.
Priddy, and I hit the ball really hard.
Scores are still super tight. It's gonna be interesting to see who pulls away in the last 5 minutes. 6.
Or 640, however you like to count.
Just round down.
Big bomb there. Jeremy Casebeer a couple times wrist away. And they now sit in the lead here of round 2 at 9 points. A little bit early on that run from T. Crabbs. We'll have to sort that out in practice.
Yeah, you taking notes while watching this?
Mental notes. Nice set there. Oh, just into the net goes Casebeer and Saymon and Guto. Take the king side.
6 minutes to go.
That's set a little bit off the net, and Saymon buries it in to the net. Anders and Christian, the newly signed Red Bull athletes in their hats. Take the king side, watch the line shot. Oh, Jake with the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar attempt goes just into the net. Reed with a nice spear. Yeah, Anders tough to beat on those jousts because he grabs it with both hands, summons that Viking blood and shoves it down your throat, Randy. Nice swing there in the cross court, Christian Sorum. The battle right now appears to be between the Brazilians and the Americans. Nice play there, Jake Gibb. Oh my goodness, Anders, the heartbreaking stuff. After a great scramble play from the Americans.
Like you mentioned, he does such a great job sealing the net. Scramble play or not, he's there.
Christian's on that one. And it got a little bit gassed.
Yes, this game is so much more physical than you would anticipate. Definitely takes a lot on the legs to keep going on a roll like this, resetting every time with a new team, new strategy.
That was a great block from Saymon reaching into that angle. I think it rattled off of Reed and then off of Simon's hands 14 times before it hit the sand. Nice block there, Jake Gibb.
There we go.
A little moment between competitors under the net. Can't believe Jake reached into the angle with his right hand there. Go ahead, Jake. Nice get, T.
Great.
Crabbs. Go ahead. That one's gonna fall just wide. Much needed point for Gibb and Crabb. They're level with Saymon Guto. Chance to take the lead from the Brazilians here, and they do. Nice swing in the cross court from Jake Gibb. And we reach the 3.5 minute mark. Things start to get tense. What a shot, T. Crabbs. Nicely done.
Such amazing ball control.
Hard to put that ball down against a defender as good as Guto. And the big bomb cross court. I love how aggressive Taylor stays against a block as huge as Anders Mole's block.
Definitely.
You can't be timid against a block that big, or he's always going to have the advantage as the blocker, right?
Yeah, and obviously it's gotten him to where he is with this, his height and his weight. Like you mentioned, being a smaller player, he can't be intimidated.
All right, so Gibb and Crabb get level with Casebeer and Priddy at 10. And so now the Brazilians need some points, and they get one there.
Just touch the line on the way out.
As our announcer Mark said, somehow sneaking that by Anders Mole. Not quite sure how he did it. Big bomb there from Guto. And what a tight race we have here. That's in. Let it go. T-Crabs is all over that one. Go ahead, T-Crabs.
Wow.
What is going on here? What is going on? Oh, my goodness. What a rally. And point number 9 goes to the Brazilians.
What an amazing rally.
What a great play on both sides. Some impressive defense from T-Crabb. And Anders says, not twice on me, big fella. So that stops the comeback temporarily anyways. For the Brazilians, we have 11, 10, 10, and 9. Just an unbelievably tight round 2 here in semifinal B. That's now point number 12 for the Beach Volley Vikings. T-Crab's all over it, but it just glances off of them. And they'd be content to see the Volley Vikings run the table here because that would move them into the semifinal round. But it looks like maybe a chance for the Brazilians. Oh, Christian knew that was happening before Saymon did.
Yeah, I think he was standing up perfectly straight for that dig. Oh, big
my
swat.
goodness. I'm not sure what's happening here with the Brazilians. They're seemingly wasting a bunch of time that they can't afford to be wasting. Oh my goodness. Anders.
Oh no. With the
goodness.
finger
It's
wave.
Anders Mutombo wagging the finger. And now we'll start to see some time being wasted by the 2 American teams. Which both sit at 10 points.
30 seconds on the clock. Miss serves count for this one-off.
The serves do count now.
Serves count.
Big block, Jake Gibb. Reed tries to sell it by staying on the king side, but to no avail. Kind of a wry smile as he leaves. T-Crabs with an insurance point. Oh, yes, indeed. So they will make it into the final round.
With authority.
Do it.
I mean,
Actually, a
dime
great set,
set.
yeah. It's better than any set I've ever set on purpose with my hands. So, we will say goodbye to the exciting Brazilian team of Saymon and Guto. Sadly, 2 of our best showmen gone in this semifinal B. Men's round, Patterson Slick and now Saymon and Guto, but congratulations to the American teams of Priddy, Casebeer, Gibb and Crabb, and of course the Beach Volleyball Vikings, Sorum and Mole winning that round. We will see the 3 of them in just a few minutes. Final round. Top 2 teams automatically through to the finals, and if the 3rd place team can get more than 7 points, they will move on as well. Trevor Crabb and Triborn hung 7 points on the scoreboard. We've got AVP Creative Director and all-around stud weight room animal Josh Glazebrook up in the box here, doing some sort of dance along with the king of the court dancers. Somehow he has a tank top on, an armband, KT tape, and a desert scarf. We'll see if we can't get a couple words from Guto and Saymon, maybe just Guto. Try to get some insights into how exciting that 2nd round action was and what their thoughts were on their overall King of the Court experience. T-Rye?
Thanks, guys. We are down here with Guto, and we had some amazing rallies there. What do you think? Maybe some of them came up short.
Yeah, I'm really happy to be here. This season was really incredible. Many different things we could knew we could see the Triborns back, and it was amazing to be here. And I just wanna say thank you for everybody here, all the people, all the sponsors. So thank you.
Thank you, Guto. And what did you think about your whole experience playing this new format? And maybe we get to see this more in the next few years.
Yeah, it's a really different and crazy and amazing tournament. And I think all the players and all the people watching the game, they love it. They love the game for sure. And we are happy for a new and a different kind of beach volleyball.
Thanks a lot.
Nice shot of the ocean there. As we say goodbye to Guto and Saymon and Patterson Slick out of semifinal B. We have Casebeer, Priddy, Gibb and Crabb, and Sorum moving on to the final round here, which will start momentarily. They're just giving the court a little hose down, a little rake.
I'm sure these boys wouldn't mind a little hose down after these battles. These rallies have been insane. I feel like this last round will be survival of the fittest.
Yeah, it is fast-paced, right? And that's where the fitness comes in, right? Because it's a relatively short amount of time. Technically, you're playing under an hour total.
Definitely.
But you're constantly every 8 seconds on, and as we get down to 3 teams now, you have very little, if any, rest.
Yeah, and you can see a lot of teams are strategizing that way, getting the blockers to just stay up and the defenders to serve to minimize some of the running up to the net, which is a smart play, definitely.
Is that how you guys approached it? You like to have your defender serve most of the time, Heather serve, so that you could just stay at the net, or did you like to serve and run up?
I personally like serving and running up. I like the momentum you get from it. But if ever one of us was out of rhythm or vice versa, like if you're on a roll and there was no need to change it and you could use that to your advantage, then definitely would have been the smartest move. You kind of just make the call as you go, because each game is so different, whether you are playing it in a practice or in a real match. So you kind of have to adjust very quickly, and like you said, you only have about 8 seconds between, and especially here with only three teams, you have even what feels like less time to make adjustments.
So it's situational, you think?
Definitely, yeah. I think so. I think the whole game of beach volleyball is very situational. Of course, you plan as much as you can and you prepare as much as you can, but at the end of the day, it's just you and your partner out there. You got to figure it out.
Adaptability is a big skill, I feel like. It's something I work on with my team, because you obviously have a plan going into things, but things may not always work according to your plan, so you have to have that ability to adjust, right?
Yes, yes, and I think this King of the Court series has definitely taught all of these teams that are lucky enough to participate the importance of that.
Yeah. Especially you're facing a new opponent every time you look across the net, right? So adaptability is at a premium.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And here we go, round 3.
Here we go.
Underway, top 2 teams advancing automatically. Highest third place finisher between the 2 semifinals will advance to the final round as well. The third place number was 7, put up by Trevor Crabb and Triborn. Casebeer Priddy make an early trip to the King's side with a nice put away. High off the hands that time goes Jeremy Casebeer. Nice aggressive swing from a little ways off the net.
First to 15 stops the round and makes the finals.
Big bomb cross court, Jeremy Casebeer. Very distinctive style out there, the Lorax.
Yeah.
The half-white mustache, the long, shaggy hippie hair.
Definitely a trademark look.
Nice high shot up over the top. Big Anders mole goes Reed Priddy. That was happening at a real high point above the net.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Casebeer doing a great job of attacking aggressively off the net.
I agree with
way.
you. Some tough sets, and he stayed aggressive and was really able to do a nice job.
Yeah, and
Just
mixing up the shots here.
Yeah. Ball after ball being killed in the angle.
Yeah, uncontested kills by these two, which clear reason why they have a 6-point lead or 5-point lead right now.
Anders swats the first one, but Casebeer putting it away in the angle. They're looking to run all the way to 15 here. There's 8-point string. Of course, this being the semifinal round. That one wide. Oh, just off the hands.
Oh, there's a touch. Okay. Taylor didn't see it.
Taylor didn't see it, and Jake would have been over there a lot more quickly had he not touched that ball. Christian on this one. Reed with a great dig.
Oh, over on 2.
Reed is going to let that fall out. And that's point number 10 for Casebeer Priddy.
Wow.
Now, the bad news here for Gibb and Crabb is they're not getting a chance even to get off of 0.
Yeah, it's going to be crucial for them to get on this side as soon as possible.
There we go. We just needed to talk them into it.
Yeah.
So that was a 10-point string there from Priddy and Casebeer, but I think the number to beat is 12 that we saw in one of the early rounds from Crabb and Bourne. This being the semifinal, that longest streak bonus is in play. Nice swing in the cross court there from Gibb. They now take over second place, but just barely. Nice high swing off of Anders. Jake swinging for the Ruby's restaurant at the end of the pier there, I think. Just getting the touch off the top of the big
Yeah, we
Norwegian.
just want everyone involved.
Yeah. And that one just out. Huge chisel. Jake says it's way out.
Casebeer not agreeing with that one.
As I've mentioned, you have 1.2 seconds to argue your case with the referee. That's going to fall just in. Nice knuckle pokey from T-Crabs. And he's looking to get past 7. Oh my goodness, did I jinx him? It's possible.
Possibly, he heard you.
Either way, if Casebeer Priddy finish it out here, we would see both Crabb brothers in the final, along with...
Oh, not over till it's over.
Not over just yet, yeah. Exactly. Can somebody stop the Volley Vikings here? As they're looking to go on a run. That one just long. We're just 5 minutes into this final round, and already Casebeer Priddy 2/3 of the way to the finish line. Lots of time left. And that one's going to go just long. Can they make a 5-point run here? If they do, we'll say goodbye, surprisingly, to the Volley Vikings. Nice cover, Reed Priddy. And that one's going to go just long, and Gibb and Crabb get another shot. Trying to get past 7 is the game here. I mean, Jay Rouchet, can we give another nod to him? I know I keep saying it, but I just find myself in these moments of silence up in the booth, just nodding my head because the tunes are good.
I found myself dancing while waiting to get on. I mean, playing with the music on at every second of the game it's fun.
You like that versus
I like
the
it.
on and off?
Yeah, I definitely
Certainly fits
like
the
it.
format, right?
Especially if you got a DJ like this. Big swing.
I'm going to celebrate that one right there because that assures that my guys are getting into the finals.
Oh, yeah.
8 points surpasses the third place total in semifinal A. Of course, if things were to end now, Vóley and Sorum would be out. But Gibb and Crabb are assured a spot in the finals. Vóley and Sorum with a chance here. And Gibb.
No touch?
He says no touch as I try and give myself splint.
I mean, he's been pretty honest this whole match, so I might have believed him.
Big block there, Jeremy Casebeer. In some trouble here for the young Norwegians. That's going to be tight. And Jeremy Casebeer showing his physicality going up over the top. Trying to do too much with that one, perhaps.
First of 15 points, stops round 3. The top 2 scores advance to the finals.
T. Crabb's at the scoop. And the deliver. Oh, no.
Oh, off the
Did I
net.
speak too soon? Oh, my goodness.
Wow, what a cover.
There you go, Gibby.
The Cobra?
Attaboy, the Cobra, yeah. The Dutchies call that one the snake. We like to be more specific with
Yes.
which breed of snake. Nice swing there, Jake Gibb.
Great swing.
Right up the middle. And they sit on 10. Will they be the first to the finish line here? Priddy Casebeer with that nice 10-point run to start this round off. But here are Gibb and Crabb level with them at 11. Hustler's work is never through. That serve ace gets Casebeer and Priddy to the king side. A chance to score 4 here and close this out. Give themselves a little bit of extra rest as we're not even halfway through this final round yet. And the ace for Anders will negate that chance.
It'll be tough for them to catch up, but I mean, nothing's impossible for the Vóley Vikings.
Yeah, they put up 12 in a row yesterday to save themselves, and there's one. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step, Brandy, as
Wow.
you all know.
Rich, I didn't know you were so deep.
Yes. I appear very, very shallow.
Very shallow look to you.
I behave very shallow. I appear very shallow. Oh, lefty, Jake Gibb, just wide.
Oh, shocked it didn't go in. So weird when you...
I never missed the left-handed shot, says Jake Gibb.
These missed serves are definitely not helping the Vikings. Killing time, not giving them a chance to score.
And one of the things we talked about yesterday was the missed serves kind of disrupt your rhythm a little bit, right? You like to see serve after serve come so you can just stay in that nice, smooth side-out rhythm.
Of course.
Well, that's 4. Did he touch that ball?
Yeah, he did.
Appears to not
I
be
think it was
complaining.
the softest of his blocks ever, but
That hits the back line. Another thing to pay attention to here is now the Vóley Vikings are on 6. If they can get past 7, they're safe. And then it kind of doesn't matter how this round finishes. Their good buddy T. Crabbs would like to spoil that right here, though, and he will.
oh,
And he will. Could that be the dagger that stabs his good friends in the heart? Not
all
to
love,
be
all love, I hope.
melodramatic about it. Big bomb angle.
I feel like that song could have been the anthem of this competition. Work hard, play hard. Definitely the most athletic, most fierce competition out here, but like you said, everyone is such good friends.
Yeah, and certainly we had a lot of time on the road together with some free days before the tournaments and so forth, so we got to quote-unquote play hard. All right, still a pulse for the Vóley Vikings. They need to get over there There's plenty of time. Time kind of not the issue right now. It's more the scoreboard. They need a stop here and a couple points, and that will be just wide.
Uh-oh.
Just in. Okay. John King, and that appears to be the right call, as you get no argument from
All players
Norwegians.
seem to
That one's
agree.
going to be wide, though. And now, if Gibb and Crabb come up with 2 side outs,
They will end this.
yeah, they will stifle the hopes of the Volley Vikings. T. Crabbs will actually be his brother's savior, which is an unusual little twist.
I mean, definitely from last week.
Does he know that? Look at Trevor just agonizing over there behind the court. Will Jake side this out? Oh my goodness. Trevor slumping his shoulders. Trevor Crabb, what is going on
What
up
is
here?
more exciting to watch right now? Trevor Crabb's face
I
or...
can't even pay attention to anything but Trevor Crabb's body language right now. Christian?
Oh, no.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Trevor
Everyone's
Crabb.
arms are up.
Trevor Crabb, is he going to get stung by the scoreboard?
Is Taylor going to pick the Norwegians or his brother?
Well, I don't know that he's going to have much of a choice.
Oh.
I mean, he did his darndest right there. And the Volley Vikings are going to shoot themselves in the foot.
Oh, unfortunately, you can see how disappointed Anders is. He knew that was
That
his
was the one
opportunity.
right there.
Yeah.
Will T. Crabbs hit this over the scoreboard? There it is.
Wow.
And
wow, what a
in
match.
a shocking twist
Trevor
of
is
circumstances.
cheering. Not for his brother,
Taylor
for
Crabb,
sure.
and he doesn't even stick around to give a nod to his brother who saved
come on.
his tournament life there. Unbelievable. So we'll say goodbye to the Volley Vikings.
What an
Gibb and Crabb
exciting
win that second round and secure their spot in the finals, along with Casebeer and Priddy, and the saviors of the Hawaiians, the other Hawaiians, Born and Trevor Crabb. Gibb and Crabb coming up with the victory. Sly little look there to the back line from T. Crabbs,
He knew.
who apparently figured out just the right amount of wine to drink last night at dinner to assure a spot in the finals today here. Sunday action in Huntington Beach. This is the King of the Court Crown Series, the last stop of 4. And it's been quite an awesome series. I know you guys just joined us for the 2 domestic stops, quote unquote, the American stops. Hawaii and Huntington Beach, not a bad place to show up. We'll get a couple words from T. Crabbs and Jake Gibb with Tribe Born, who is the beneficiary of their good play, and we'll see what was going on in the mind of T. Crabbs as he saved his brother uncharacteristically. Try.
Guys, we were all on the edge of our seats there, especially me and Trevor. Had a chance to eliminate us in Hawaii and save us here. He saved us here. What do you think about your performance?
I'm just really having fun out here with this this tournament. It's a awesome atmosphere, and I love this style of play.
And you guys are now the veterans of the King of the Court Tour. You got to play on all 4 stops. What do you think about the tour so far?
I think it's sick. I think there's an energy here that is really cool. It's a lot like basketball with the running clock, and there's an excitement about it, and some strange stuff that you haven't really felt while you're out there. Like we got to 9 or 10 points, and to be honest, I knew we were playing for you guys, and I was like, it wasn't so great in Hawaii. I was like, we got to battle for our guys. It's strange to have that in your mind while you're playing, and so it's something getting used to, but it's such a fun format.
Well, I certainly appreciate it, and let's go represent USA in this final. Good luck.
King of the court,
right, gentlemen. USA coming out of that pool to get to the finals, and you helped me and Trevor out to get there as well. I appreciate it. How'd you feel that round went for you?
It was good. We got a good start. Obviously, two really good teams. So we got a great start. We knew what we needed to do, and once we got there, we were just trying to get reps against these great teams. So it was fun.
What's kind of one of the keys for you guys playing King of the Court? Obviously, you've been very successful. This is your first tournament playing. What's kind of been the key so far?
I think taking chances when you're serving and playing defense, and then once you get over there, kind of slow it down, just focus on pass instead, and keep it simple.
Right on. Well, let's go kick ass in the finals.
All right, so a look at the finalists. Gibb, Crabb winning that round in semifinal Group B. Casebeer, Priddy also automatically advancing. And with the performance of those two American teams, we will say goodbye to the Beach Volley Vikings.